Okay, and just some final words about the poem. So some general points. So first of all, you will have noticed that the rhyme scheme and the rhythm are pretty inconsistent, and I think this is reflective of the chaos in not just the minds of the soldiers, but also their experiences too. There is several examples, or there are several examples of para-rhyme used, but it does remain unified, and it does have that recurring motif of happiness throughout that gives it that unification as well. Okay, so the dehumanization of the soldiers as a result of war is the focus here, but I would argue as well with the final stanza, the dehumanization of those people at home and those people who are in charge as well. So as I mentioned, para-rhyme is used throughout and creates a clear prosody. So prosody refers to patterns of rhythm and sound, and so if you get the chance, and I strongly encourage you to do so, have another listen to the Kenneth Branagh reading of this poem. He does it much more justice than I can due to his Shakespearean actor training. And it might be useful to think about the poem in terms of those chapter separations that Owen has included here, and these ideas of challenging that concept of happiness in that initial allusion to Wordsworth. So in stanzas 1 through to 3, we have the soldiers' experiences in battle. In stanza 4, we move to soldiers who might be on recreational leave, combined with those soldiers who are just in their training and haven't yet actually gone off and seen or been a part of battle. Stanza 5 has a combination of two different perspectives. So here it opens with Owen talking about himself and other poets and how they really do seek to catch the immense reality and the horrific nature of warfare in order to tell the story of the soldiers and from the soldiers' perspective. But the second part really refers back to perhaps the beliefs of those generals or those politicians, as I discussed earlier, about the worth of these young men's lives. So there's this connection between the two established in that stanza. And then the final stanza is where Owen becomes most critical and really hammers home his criticism of the generals who were in charge and making decisions far away from the battlefield, the dangers of the battlefield anyway, and those who were back at home. So those who actively support the war, or perhaps just raise no objection about how much it cost in terms of how many casualties and how many human lives were lost. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this short lecture series on insensibility. I hope it has been useful. Be sure to take some notes about the poems as well, about the poems ideas, I should say. Okay, and we will discuss this in class. Bye bye for now.